Hello, as you can see, today's blog topic is 27 quick and easy fix-ups to sell your home fast and for top dollar. Now, because your home may well be your largest asset, selling is probably one of the most important decisions you will make in your life. And once you have made that decision, you'll want to sell your home for the highest price in the shortest time possible without compromising your sanity. Before you place your home on the market, here's a way to help you to be as prepared as possible. And to do this, to assist you or to assist home sellers, there's a new industry report called 27 Valuable Tips That You Should Know to Get Your Home Sold Fast and for Top Dollar. It tackles the important issues you need to know to make your home competitive in today's tough, aggressive marketplace. And through these 27 tips, you will discover how to protect and capitalize on your most important investment, which obviously is your home, reduce stress, be in control of your situation, and make the best profit possible. In this report, you'll discover how to avoid financial disappointment or worse, a financial disaster when selling your home. And we use a common sense approach. You will get the straight facts about what can make or break the sale of your home. So, again, the report is 27 valuable tips you should know to get your home sold fast and for top dollar. And I'm going to show you 15 of those 27 quick and easy tips to sell your home fast and for top dollar right now. So, number one, understand why you are selling your home. It sounds straightforward, but your motivation to sell is a determining factor as to how you will approach the process. It affects everything from what you set your asking price to how much time, money, and effort you're willing to invest in order to prepare your home for sale. Okay. The next point, for example, if your goal is for a quick sale, this would determine one approach. If you want to maximize your profit, the sales process might take longer, thus determining a different approach. Again, quick sales usually means that you're in a rush. You're either just got, transferred in your job and you have to do this really quickly. It could be where you need to, get out because, you have to go meet some family somewhere. On the other hand, if you want to try to get as much money as possible, obviously you want to do things like staging your house, getting it ready. We're going to go through that. Number two, keep the reasons you are selling to yourself. So the reason you are selling your home will affect the way you negotiate a sale. By keeping this to yourself, you don't provide ammunition to your prospective buyers. You can obviously tell the agent, but it's the buyers that you need to worry about. So when they're coming through your house and you're there, it's probably not a good idea to answer all their questions. The best thing to do is refer it to your agent. So if I was your listing agent, you'd say, hey, listen, the best thing for you to do is call Brian. But anyways, for examples, should they learn that you must move quickly, you could be placed at a disadvantage in the negotiation process. When asked, simply say that your housing needs have changed. Or, like I just said, maybe tell them to talk to your agent. Okay, remember, the reasons you are selling is only for you to know. Number three, before setting a price, do your homework. Excuse me, when you set your price, you make buyers aware of the absolute maximum they have to pay for your home. As a seller, you will want to get a selling price as close to the list price as possible. When the market's as crazy as it's been lately, or especially at the beginning of 2022, you want to get more. But in most markets, this is the case. So if you start out by pricing too high, you run the risk of not being taken seriously by buyers and their agents, and pricing too low can result in selling for much less than you were hoping for. That stands to reason. Setting your home sale price. If you live in a subdivision, if your home is comprised of similar or identical floor plans built in the same time period, Simply look at recent sales in your neighborhood subdivision to give you a good idea of what your home is worth. That could be either done by yourself if you're trying to sell by yourself without an agent, or you get your agent to do that. Now, if you live in an older neighborhood, as neighborhoods change over time, each home may be different in minor or substantial ways. Obviously, when you've got a brand new house and it's, let's say, less than a year old or even just a few months old, there's a very good chance none of the people in your subdivision have finished their basement. Maybe they haven't done any landscaping, put up trees, done or done any updates, or maybe even painted the house yet. So in that case, most of the homes are pretty, I guess, similar. If you're in an older neighborhood, whether you've got a subdivision home that have a lot of models exactly like yours, a lot of those, let's say it's 10, 15, 20 years old, and you got the same model as the one down the street, you may have a finished basement. Maybe they have an unfinished basement. Maybe you've done a ton of landscaping on the place and they haven't done very much of anything. Okay, so in that case there, even though you get the same house, the house is pretty well different, and obviously price may be affected. So because of this, you will probably find that there aren't many homes truly comparable to your own, and that's if you're talking older subdivision. In this case, you may want to consider seeking a realtor to help you with the pricing process. If you decide to sell on your own, okay, for sale by owners, we call it, a good way to establish value is to look at homes that have sold in your neighborhood within the past 6 months, including those now on the market. That's what an agent does. This is how prospective buyers will assess the value of your home. Also, a trip to City Hall can provide you with a home sale information in its public records for most communities. If you're going to do that, though, whether you're going to the registry office or City Hall, it may take upwards of 6 to 9 months, maybe up to a year before the sale price of a home that sold recently is noted there. Okay, one of the only ways you can really do that where it's up to date is if the home is sold on the MLS and you get an agent to basically get that information for you. Number 4, do some home shopping yourself. Okay, and that's in quotes, home shopping. The best way to learn about your competition and discover what turns buyers off is to check out other open houses. That is actually a good idea. Note the floor plans, the condition, the appearance, the size of the lot, location, and other features. Of particular note, not only the asking prices, but what they're actually selling for. Okay, so that's kind of important. Just because you list at a certain price doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get that price. You might be able to get more, you might have to take less. Remember, if you're serious about getting your home sold fast, don't price it higher than your neighbors, especially if your neighbor is on the market and it's got a similar home to yours. Number 5, when getting an appraisal is a benefit. Okay, and that's a home appraisal, not a home evaluation from a real estate agent. This is an appraisal from a real estate appraiser. A lot of times the banks send them. Sometimes a good appraisal can be a benefit in marketing your home. Getting an appraisal is a good way to let prospective buyers know that your home can be financed. However, an appraisal does cost money, has a limited life, and there's no guarantee you'll like the figure that you hear. Number 6, tax assessments, what they really mean. So the difficulty here is that assessments, tax assessments, are based on a number of criteria that may not be related to property values. So they may not necessarily reflect your home's true value. Some people think that tax assessments are a way of evaluating a home. Actually, let me just go back to that. There are a lot of people who say, hey, my tax assessment says this. That's not necessarily the way you get a value for a home. As a matter of fact, in most cases, your assessed value that you have on your taxes is actually a lower value than what the house is worth. Okay. Number 7, deciding upon a realtor. Now, according to the National Association of Realtors, and that's NAR for short, now in the United States, they call it the National Association of Realtors. In Canada, it's the Canadian Real Estate Association, which is Korea. Okay, so this is a report that I obtained through someone in the States. Anyways, nearly 2/3 of the people surveyed who sell their own homes say they wouldn't do it again themselves. It can be a real pain in the butt trying to sell homes on your own, like I said, for sale by owners or FSBO. Primary reasons included setting a price, marketing handicaps, liability concerns, and time constraints. And those are all really valid reasons why trying to sell your house yourself a lot of times ends in an unfavorable outcome, sometimes disaster. Okay, you don't. People selling on their own really aren't marketers in most cases. Coming up with a price is a real difficult thing, especially if you're overpricing it. And then there's all the other things like time. You may have a full-time job. You may not be able to show the house until it's, let's say, evenings or weekends. And there's a lot of people looking at homes during the weekdays as well. So when deciding upon a realtor, consider 2 or 3. Be as wary of quotes that are too low as those that are too high. All realtors are not the same, and that's with an exclamation. A professional realtor knows the market and has information on past sales, current listings, and a marketing plan, and will provide their background and references, which is really important. It's important to try to get references from people, from agents, to see what other people thought of their service. Evaluate each candidate carefully on the basis of their experience, qualifications, enthusiasm, and personality. Be sure you choose someone that you trust and feel confident that they will do a good job on your behalf. If you choose to sell on your own, again, for sale by owner, you can still talk to a realtor. Many are more than willing to help do-it-yourselfers with paperwork, contracts, etc. And should problems arise, you now have someone you can readily call upon. Okay, so this isn't actually important. There are agents that will, usually for a small fee, basically look at your paperwork and help you with a lot of I guess, the paperwork that you're not familiar with, especially when it comes down to offer paperwork. Okay. Number 8. So we're over halfway there now. Ensure you have room to negotiate. Before settling on your asking price, make sure you leave yourself enough room in which to bargain. For example, set your lowest and highest selling price. Then check your priorities to know if you'll price high to maximize your profit, or price closer to market value if you want to sell quickly. I talked about that earlier. Number 9, appearances do matter. Make them count. It's not just making a first impression when people are, meeting someone. Okay, you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. That goes for houses as well. Appearance is so critical that it would be unwise to ignore this when selling your home. The look and, quote, feel of your home will generate a greater emotional response than any other factor. Prospective buyers react to what they see, hear, feel, and smell, even though you may have priced your home to sell. Number 10 of the 27 tips. Invite the honest opinion of others. So don't be shy about seeking the honest opinions of others. You need to be objective about your home's good points as well as bad. And that even goes for real estate agents. We're constantly doing follow-up with agents after they've shown the house, and are asking them, what they thought about the property, what the clients thought about the property. Were they thinking of maybe bringing in an offer? Is there anything that you can, add about the property that we can maybe do to make it more saleable? All those questions we ask agents, and you should be doing the same thing, especially if you're trying to sell by yourself. The biggest mistake you can make at this point is to rely solely on your own judgment. That is really, really important. Fortunately, your realtor will be unabashed about discussing what should be done to make your home more marketable. And we have all kinds of people in my team, anyways, the Brian Connor real estate team, that can help. So we have stagers, we have painters, we have contractors, we have junk removal guys. You name it, we have a contractor that can help in terms of getting your house ready for sale. We also have things like organizers and packers and stuff. 11, get the home spick and span clean and fix everything, even if it seems insignificant. Scrub, scour, tidy up, straighten, get rid of the clutter, declare war on dust, repair squeaks, the light switch that doesn't work, and the tiny crack in the bathroom mirror, because these can be deal breakers and you'll never know what turns buyers off. Really, really important. Number 12, allow prospective buyers to visualize themselves in your home. The last thing you want prospective buyers to feel when viewing your home is that they may be intruding into someone's life. Avoid clutter such as too many knickknacks. Okay? Decorate neutral colors like white or beige and place a few carefully chosen items to add warmth and character. You can enhance the attractiveness of your home with a well-placed vase of flowers or potpourri in the bathroom. Home decor magazines are great for tips. Probably even more important is actually getting a stager. So our stager we've been using for almost 17, 18 years now. And she knows exactly, what people are looking for in terms of buyers. And she does a fantastic job giving advice to our clients. Number 13, deal killer odors must go. You may not realize it, but odd smells like traces of food, pets, and smoking odors can kill deals quickly. If prospective buyers know you have a dog or that you smoke, they'll start being aware of odors and seeing stains that may not even exist. Don't leave any clues. To go on that, some people are very, very allergic. They may be allergic to cats, they may be allergic to dogs, but if you have cats and dogs, a lot of times they notice that even before they see any cat or dog because they're either sneezing, coughing, or getting a sore throat. So the best thing to do is to get rid of all traces of that you have pets in the house. Number 14, be a smart seller. Disclose everything. This is important, especially for liability. Smart sellers are proactive in disclosing all known defects to their buyers in writing. This can reduce liability and prevent lawsuits later on. So this is kind of important, guys. You know, you don't want to be sued because you didn't disclose something about the property. Let's say, there's an easement on the property, or let's say, in case of this part where there's something wrong with the house itself, you should disclose it. Otherwise, they can come back at you later, and there's a very good chance you'll get sued and lose. Number 15, which is basically the last point I'm going to make, although there is 12 more after this. It's better with more prospects. When you maximize your home's marketability, you will most likely attract more than one prospective buyer, which we hope for. It is much better to have several buyers because they will compete with each other. A single buyer will end up competing with you. And remember, I said marketing is really important. If you have several buyers, that's what we call a multiple offer, where you've got let's say 5, 6, 10 buyers all competing at the same time. That tends to drive the price up. Anyway, so there you have the first 15 of the 27 valuable tips you should know to get your home sold fast and for top dollar. You owe it to yourself to learn how these important tips will give you the competitive edge to get your home sold and for the most amount of money. So to order that report where it's got all 27 of the tips, you can visit that website here, www.briancondoteam.com/27 tips. Or if you want to hear a brief recorded message about how to order your copy of the report, you can call that toll-free number and enter that ID number 7009. Okay, and that's 24-hour toll-free number, 7 days a week. So please go get your free special report now. And I would like to thank you for reading today's blog. Please request that report. It has a lot of information in it. Anyways, this is my contact information. Again, my name is Brian Kondo. I am the team leader of the Brian Kondo real estate team at Remax, and there is my contact information there, phone numbers and email address. There is my website there too if you want to go check out some of my different programs and campaigns I have. Okay. I also One of the campaigns is my guaranteed sale program. If you go to that URL or domain name, you'll find out more about it. We also have a worthy cause called the Children's Miracle Network, which is our worthy cause locally is the Sick Kids Hospital in downtown Toronto, and there's how you can find out more about how we can help these people, you know, with the sick kids. And there's my contact information again. So thank you very much. I'd like to thank you for reading today's blog. Please have a great day and stay safe.